I'll start this one. Okay. So this one says, "Tell us about your engagement." Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Scene four. Go. Okay.
About the engagement, we pretty much looked at each other and said, I want to marry you. And how about today?
Let's do it today. Actually, it's funny because um, we said, okay, we're gonna go. Well, how do we do this? It was just we just said it in the beginning, and I said, okay, let's do it. And I said, okay, let's do it. You're all talk. And she said, no, you're all talk. I'm telling you. So next thing I know, I wake up next morning and she has all these websites up. Hey, look, we gotta call this number. And I said, okay, oh Lord. So but I knew that I meant it. I wasn't joking. So
yeah, I meant it.
Called the downtown place. They said it's a $75 fee or something. Come downtown, you sign papers, you get your wedding license, then you can get married in 2 days after that. I said, okay. So we went down together, taking pictures, and we went out. We went in there. We got our license.
We got our license, and then it was really confusing because you apply for the license, and then you have to have 3-day waiting period until you can go pick it up.
2 days.
So you pick up the license, but then you have to figure out who in the world is going to marry you. So we didn't exactly want to go to a church and walk down the aisle, and we said, okay, well, I guess you can do it through the court system. So we tried doing it through that. Nobody would respond to our phone calls.
Yeah, the judges don't like to marry people because then we found out after we actually got married. We found out that a lot of judges don't like it because a lot of people that do get married in court, there's some of them that actually that's their actual wedding. So they bring a lot of people. There is pictures. There is music. So that's why a lot of judges don't like to do it. And we were calling judges, and I even talked to one of them, and I tell them, hey, we're gonna do it at 3 o'clock in the morning because there was e-court that does weddings. It's open 24 hours, and they say that they do weddings as well. And I said, and I called the lady, and I talked to her, and I said, hey, I'm willing to do a wedding at 2 a.m. We can come there at 3 a.m. It's just me and my fiance. That's it. There is nobody else. And we're just going to get that piece of paper, and we're going to get out of there. So you guys don't have to worry about anything. But the judge refused to do it. He said, well, I'm busy, which I think was bullcrap. But it's his job. It's his duty, for God's sakes. But anyway, to move on from that, we found someone.
We found a local one that wasn't downtown. It was
Right.
more of a district.
In Squirrel Hill, that's what it's called. And we found a judge there, and he was nice. He was very nice. We went there in the afternoon, and we got married. We got our paperwork, and the lady and the judge was asking us, "Is there any family? Is there anybody that's coming? Is there any?" We said, "No, just her and I. That's it. We're just getting this paper." And he was like, "Okay." So he did his thing, gave us the paper. We came home, and that's it. We were married July 17th. And our engagement, after we were married, that's when we went to look for her engagement ring. We went downtown to a jewelry store, and she found a ring, and she said, "Oh, I like that one." And I was walking down, and I know what she likes because we had an idea of what it is. And I saw it, and I told her, "I think you would like this one. This is the one I want to get." And she, of course, it was her choice, so she came back and saw it, and then she was like, "Holy crap, look at that!" And then she loved it, and I don't know, tell them about it.
I love it. It looks like the Eiffel Tower, and I love that kind of stuff. You have to take it off and make it. You can't see it. Take it off. No, we have to show them the Eiffelness.
Yes, the Eiffelness. We will show the Eiffelness. Oh, let me see if they can see it.
That's the front.
This is the front, and this is the way it looks from the side. So it looks like an Eiffel Tower. If you look at the bottom of it, you see it looks like an Eiffel Tower going up. She loves France, and she loves the Eiffel Tower and stuff, and that's how it looks on the bottom. It's a really cool setting, and then it just goes pavé all around.
And then the band just matches it.
So, and then the band matches it, and then I got this right here. Platinum, baby! But anyway.
So we bought all these in one day, too.
Yeah, we bought all the wedding day, all the rings in one day. We bought that, we bought the wedding band, and we bought my ring, and that's it. Got some sized, and that's all she wrote.
So what is it like being married and the family doesn't know about it?
Honestly, I don't care. Because to me, I know my family first. They're very, very religious. They grew up in Islam, and my dad especially is extremely religious. Not an extremist, but very religious when it comes to Islam. He just minds his business, and I just want to pray, but I want my family he wants me, and he wants my brother and my other 2 sisters. He wants them to be same as him. They pray every day, and like someone that goes to church every day, or to whatever the religion is. That's how he is. So their idea is I'm gonna marry a Moroccan girl, and go back, and they'll pick her for me and all that stuff. And I that's just never going to happen. My mom knows that was never going to happen because my mom knows my personality very well. My dad knows that too, but they were hoping somehow that I was going to agree to it. But I knew they weren't going to accept it in the beginning. That I would have to work on it. So, but again, just same as her, I knew I wanted to be married to her. I knew I wanted to be with her for the rest of my life. That was the end of it. So to me, I was like, okay, they're not going to accept her now, and they're not going to accept her if I marry her 6, 10 months from now, 12 months, or even 2 years from now. So I'm going to do what I know is right for me, and then they can accept her at their own convenience. They can accept her whenever they want to accept her. It's not going to change anything to me. So I know.
And
what
they
kind
did
of person
accept
she is.
me after they met me.
Yeah, after they met her, they accepted her because she's all crazy about the Moroccan stuff. She's wearing one actually, so she's wearing this jalaba.
Jalaba.
Yeah. So she, but they accepted her. So I don't care if they don't know about it. It's just to me, it's this is our life. So I don't really see what they have to do with it.
So, what is your vision of the wedding? Tell us what your ceremony would be like. Do we want American versus Moroccan, DJ versus band, culture versus typical, bells and whistles?
I don't know what bells and whistles are, but I'm not going to have any bells or whistles in my wedding. Her, I don't know, my vision is I'm just strong about respecting the culture of people that are going to be in our wedding. The only Moroccan people that are going to be in the wedding here in the United States, it's going to be my dad, my mom, my brother, my 2 sisters, my brother's wife, and a friend of my dad's, the guy that helped us when we first moved to the United States, and his wife and maybe his kids. That's it. So there's about maybe, 10 people, 12, 13 people that are coming in out of 100 people or 100 and something people. They're all American. They're all her family members and friends that I have that are American. So we have to respect a little bit of the culture and not pull a whole full-out Moroccan wedding that a lot of people might not understand or be comfortable with. It's not like they'll be pissed about it, but it's just they're not going to be comfortable with it. People here are not very adventurous. She's very adventurous. People aren't. They're not going to try, lamb, couscous, kebab. A lot of them want something just normal, So I'm trying to compromise with her, but I'm also saying that we're going to have a wedding in Morocco. So what is the point of making this wedding here Moroccan and then having a Moroccan wedding in Morocco? So you got to please everybody. And I know her parents would like something a little more traditional as well. So I'm trying to respect that. I lied. She doesn't see it that way. So.
All right, so let's talk about my vision of the wedding.
Let's go ahead.
All right, so I'm wearing the jaleba. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
All right, you see this thing? It's great. I want to be able to wear it at the wedding. He's wearing his nice little collared shirt from Banana Republic. So that kind of shows you. I want to throw the mix in, and he wants to keep it more standard, traditional American. And I guess it's because he hasn't been able to experience that American culture because he wasn't really born here. I've seen it my entire life, and I'm tired of it. I think Americans lack culture. I mean, yes, we all have ancestors that came from Europe or wherever else, but I think a lot of that has been lost since the immigration. At least in my family, I don't feel like there's any standard culture other than what you would consider American culture.
I think people that, especially Americans that live here, it's not. Yes, she's right. There's a big lack of culture, but what I also think is, it's a constant battle between people like her, which is, well, there's a lack of culture and I don't care and I should adopt another culture. And there's the fight of people that come from other countries, a lot of foreigners like myself, but not with my personality. With the personality which is the predominant one, which is no, I come to America, but I'm gonna force my culture and I'm gonna force my way onto the United States people. Because here's the funny thing to me is nobody's really American. Who's American? And if you live here in the United States and you have a passport and you're a U.S. citizen, you're American. That makes you an American. So who's American? Everybody's from somewhere eventually and have roots somewhere. But to me, it's a little bit of a respect factor. I'm United States. I know a lot of people that are coming. Why don't we just make it a little bit something in between, but respect the culture more? Because we will have the Moroccan thing that she's crazy about in Morocco and after the wedding here. So that's the way I see it. So just pick